With numerous new technical developments in crucial infrastructure, the construction industry is booming, such as the line construction, Neom. The line is a linear smart city that is being built in Neom, Tabuk Province, Saudi Arabia. It is intended to have no streets, cars, or carbon emissions. The 110-mile-long metropolis is a component of the Saudi Vision 2030 project, which Saudi Arabia estimates will increase GDP by $48 billion and generate 460,000 jobs. First phase of a $500 billion project in Neom will include the line. The city's plans are for a 9 million person population. I'm glad you found this channel. The line's construction will be the focus of our attention today. Before we proceed, you may remain up to speed with our newest videos by liking the video and subscribing to the channel to receive notifications of our newest videos. The line is a component of the Neom project, an essential component of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, which calls for the utilization of cutting-edge urban construction technology to establish an economic zone free of fossil fuels. The goal is for Riyadh to be able to draw global capital and multinational firms, growing Saudi Arabia's non-oil generated wealth in a level that will equal its regional adversary, the United Arab Emirates. According to Neom CEO, Nadim Al-Nasser, work on the Futuristic Gigacity project in Saudi Arabia is right on track and progressing rapidly. In fact, he has shared that 1/5 of the construction has already been completed. I can say that we have finished what amounts to 20% of infrastructure, and work is ongoing in 2023. Al-Nasser told international Arabic news outlet Al Arabiya at the World Economic Forum in Davos. The most important thing is being able to expand the infrastructure to all areas where we are ready to start building. Nadim Al-Nasser's declaration was made just 1 month after Neom released a thorough movie detailing the documentation of the development of the 4 megacities. According to Tarek Kadoumi, director of urban planning at Neom, building on the spine and infrastructure corridor that spans the entirety of one of the cities in Saudi Arabia, possibly the most well-known one, called The Line, began in 2021. The line is planned in such a way that 95% of the Neom's natural environment will be preserved throughout the 170 kilometers long line. It will extend roughly from the Red Sea to Tabuk. It is planned to have 9 million inhabitants, resulting in an average population density of 260,000 persons per square kilometer, which is in comparison with Manila. The city with the highest population density in the world in 2020 had a density of 44,000 per square kilometer. The line's design features 2 mirror image structures with an outdoor area in between that have a combined width of 200 meters and a combined height of 500 meters. The entire city will be run on renewable energy. It will have 3 layers: a surface layer for pedestrians, an underground layer for infrastructure, and an underground layer for transportation. Residents will be compensated for providing data to the line, which artificial intelligence will monitor in order to improve daily living for its inhabitants. The cost of construction is anticipated to be between $100 and $200 billion, with other estimates reaching $1 trillion. The Saudi government asserts that by 2030, this initiative will generate 460,000 jobs, promote economic diversification, and add 180 billion SAR to the country's GDP. On January 10, 2021, Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman made a presentation that was televised on state television, in which he unveiled the concept for the line. In his words, the line will tackle the challenges facing humanity in urban life today and will shine a light on alternative ways to live. We cannot ignore the livability and environmental crisis facing our world cities, and Neom is at the forefront of delivering new imaginative solutions to address these issues. Neom is leading a team of the brightest minds in architecture, engineering, and construction to make the idea of building upwards a reality. The first occupants were scheduled to move in during 2024. However, construction only started with earthwork in October 2021. According to plans, as of July 2022, the project's initial phase would be finished in 2030. The line is a proposed one-building city that will stretch for 170 kilometers and consists of tall mirrored skyscrapers. Its residents will use a high-speed train that travels between the two ends of the city in 20 minutes, and within 5 minutes, they will have access to all city facilities and services. Utilities, digital infrastructure, and logistics will be seamlessly integrated in dedicated spaces, running in an invisible layer along the line. Despite its enormous length, the linear city's intended breadth is only 200 meters, and its skyscrapers will reach heights of 500 meters, which is taller than the Empire State Building. This city won't have any streets, cars, or greenhouse gas emissions, and it will only employ renewable resources in wind and solar forms. And the water used will come from a carbon-free dissemination plant, meeting up to the plan of making it a zero-carbon emission city. Bin Salman positioned the project as a response to issues of pollution and traffic accidents. On July 25, 2021, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who serves as the Neom board chairman, issued a statement and a promotional video which increased media attention to the project. Critics worried that the project would build a dystopian and artificial facility that would disrupt the migration of birds and other wildlife and have already driven out the indigenous Huwaita tribe, raised concerns about the design's merits and environmental difficulties. Construction began on the 19th of October 2022. The Line Mega City, which is being created as part of the Neom development in Saudi Arabia, may be seen in footage published by the aerial photography business Sky under construction. Construction on the linear metropolis, which is being developed in Saudi Arabia's northwest, can be seen in the drone footage taken by Sky. A huge linear trench, being dug in the desert by multiple excavators, is visible in the footage. The city's foundations, which will be 170 kilometers long, will be constructed inside the trench. Plans for the line reveal that it will be made up of connected communities called modules. The total structure will be made up of about 135 modules, with each about 800 meters, or 2,624 feet in length, and 500 meter or 1,640 feet tall. The construction of the line has also stirred up some reactions and even questions. For one, wondered how such a mega project could not be seen on satellite maps, where many images can be accessed instantly. To quote them, "The strange gap in imagery raises questions about who gets to access high-res satellite technology, and if the largest urban construction site on the planet doesn't appear on Google Maps, what else can't we see?" You won't find any references to the line on any of the websites. This is because all the architects hired to work on the project were required to sign confidentiality agreements. When famous architects Norman Foster and Francine Halban from Meccanu quit the project over human rights and environmental sustainability concerns, it added to the criticisms surrounding the project. Marshall Brown, an associate professor at Princeton University, stated in an interview with Dogan that he thought it would be challenging to achieve the sleek, futuristic look portrayed in the concept image because of the numerous aspects involved. C40 Cities, Helene Chartier compared the line to earlier linear city concepts that never materialized, including Soria's 1882 design and a 1965 proposal for a linear colony in New Jersey. Digital rights researchers like Vincent Mosco warned that the city's data-gathering plan could turn it into a surveillance city due to arrangements that potentially skew permission for sharing data and Saudi Arabia's questionable human rights record, which could indicate possible data misuse. According to Neom CEO Joseph Bradley, the Neom coordinators are addressing privacy concerns, and Saudi Arabia has a statute governing the security of personal data. According to Philip Oldfield of the University of New South Wales, a city's quality of life would likely depend more on how efficiently it was run than on its aesthetic appeal. Because you cannot build a 500-meter tall building out of low-carbon materials, Oldfield claimed. The project's carbon footprint in the glass, steel, and concrete would be approximately 1.8 gigatons of CO2 equivalent. According to him, the 170 kilometers profile would act as a sizable barrier to nearby ecosystems and migratory animals, much like motorways do. In addition, the mirror-like outer face would be hazardous for birds. Along with the benefits of the imagined metropolis, the Saudi government's actions in pushing the idea came under investigation. Shadli, Ibrahim, and Atala al-Huwaiti, members of the Huwaita tribe, were given death sentences in October 2022 after they resisted being forced to leave their community as part of the Neom megaproject. Shadli al-Huwaiti was the brother of Abdul Rahim al-Huwaiti, who was assassinated by security personnel in his home in Al-Khariba, in the region of Tebuk province designated for Neom in April 2020, after protesting the eviction of locals. To make way for the project in videos posted on social media. A lot of criticism is still leveled at the line, a contentious initiative that will test numerous cutting-edge concepts for the first time. Although the mega project is absolutely mind-blowing, and it seems quite unrealistic to accomplish. Although it can be contested that no body has construction plans as Saudi Arabia, but can they really make it happen? Or are they just trying to get the attention of the world? Let us know your thought on this matter by dropping your comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to see more of our updated videos.